Good evening, and welcome to the Spring 2021 Phi Theta Kappa Induction Ceremony. My name is Miss Emily Fulgham Clay. Some of you may have had me as students. I am one of the advisors for Phi Theta Kappa. I want to invite you to gather a candle tonight because you will be saying your oath. And I hope that you are surrounded by friends and family this evening as they stand shoulder to shoulder with you to celebrate your success. With me is my co-advisor, Miss Kim Russell, who will help guide us through this evening.
Hi, welcome to the Spring 2021 Virtual Induction Ceremony for the Omega Nu Chapter of Phi Theta Kappa here at Delgado Community College. My name is Kim Russell. I am your chapter advisor, and Miss Emily Fulgham Clay is your faculty advisor. We are going to be your host for the ceremony this evening. Phi Theta Kappa is an international honor society for two-year colleges. We are the only international honor society that is recognized by the American Association of Community Colleges. This is one of the most elite organizations to belong to for two-year colleges. Tonight we are going to celebrate you as new members and joining the Omega Nu chapter of Phi Theta Kappa, as well as all of your achievements and student success. At this time, I would like to give a special thanks to all faculty, staff, and administrators who are watching this ceremony and helping celebrate our new members of the Omega Nu chapter of Phi Theta Kappa here at Delgado Community College. It is something great to see the students here at Delgado strive and succeed in all of their academic achievements through their educational journey.
I'm going to ask everyone to please stand as we say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It is my honor to introduce the Chancellor of Delgado Community College, Dr. Littleton Stibe.
Hello. As the Chancellor of Delgado Community College, it is my honor and my privilege to welcome you to the Phi Theta Kappa induction ceremony. You know, COVID-19 has us doing a lot of things differently, and this ceremony is one of them, a virtual ceremony. But any opportunity we have to celebrate you and your accomplishments, we are going to seize. Nursing ceremonies, graduations, and Phi Theta Kappa induction ceremonies are among my top ceremonies that I enjoy attending. And that's because I enjoy seeing the sense of accomplishment from you. I enjoy seeing the "yeah, I did it" attitude. And so let me tell you, yes, you did it. You are being inducted into one of the most prestigious organizations in the country. Yes, you did it. You persevered, you stayed the course, you were dedicated with your studies. Yes, you did it. You managed to balance work, life, and academics. And you know what? You really did it in that you proved to the biggest critic, yourself, that you could do any and everything once you put your mind to it. That is something that I never want you to forget, because we've been faced with many challenges this year. And through it all, you've persevered. Through it all, you've stayed the course. Through it all, you've been determined to succeed. And I want you to look back on this moment, on this day, on this accomplishment. And I want you to continuously remind yourself when challenges come, and trust me, they will. When roadblocks come, and trust me, they will. I want you to look back on this day, and I want you to know that you have everything within you to succeed, because you have. I welcome you into this prestigious organization. I thank you for your commitment and your dedication to this institution, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for you. Thank you. Congratulations. And for those of you who are graduating this semester or maybe graduating in the spring, I want you to know about a tremendous opportunity. And that is scholarships that are available with our four-year partners because you are a member of Phi Theta Kappa. So when you make your application, be sure to indicate that you are a Phi Theta Kappa graduate so that the scholarships that are available will be available to you. Thank you.
It is now my pleasure to introduce the 2021-2022 Chapter Officer Team for Omega Nu's Phi Theta Kappa Chapter. This evening, Micah Vu, our chapter president, will be presiding over the ceremony. In addition, Kristen Lanier, president of Charity School of Nursing and Mississippi, Louisiana Regional Officer. As well, we'll have Carrie Winford, vice president of leadership, and Yuri Jamard, Vice President of Service.
Hello, inductees. My name is Mika Orai-Luahati, and I am the Omega Nu Chapter President here in City Park Campus and West Bend Campus of Delgado Community College. I would like to welcome you all to this prestigious organization that allows you to excel at your skills, recognize you for academic achievements, and allow you to progress further onto your future endeavors. It has actually been a great honor to be a part of such a great organization, and with such, I would like to welcome you all.
Hi, my name is Kristen Lanier, and I'm the president of Charity School of Nursing and your Louisiana State Representative for the Mississippi, Louisiana region of Phi Theta Kappa.
Congratulations to your 2021-2022 Phi Theta Kappa officers. They have pledged their service to this organization, and we as members pledge our support to their endeavors. These officers will be completing the Competitive Edge, a program in Phi Theta Kappa to develop leadership skills necessary for the workforce and success today. After your induction, I want to encourage you to reach out and consider officership in one of our 2 vacant officer positions. Those positions include Vice President of Leadership and Historian. These opportunities refine you. They develop your soft skills and come with their own benefits, both in the workplace, on campus, and in your careers. It is my pleasure tonight to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Ryan Ruckel, who serves as the Phi Theta Kappa Mississippi, Louisiana Region Coordinator.
Hello, Omega Nu. I am Dr. Ryan Ruckel, and I am here with the one and only
Dr. Terry Ruckel off camera.
and we are here to wish you well and congratulate you on your accomplishments. We know that when you are invited to join Phi Theta Kappa, it is because of your great grades, and it is sometimes because others have seen what kind of person you are and how involved or even competitive you are. But we also know there is much behind the scenes that you have overcome, and that every one of you has faced one or many challenges and overcome them in your personal life, in your work life, in balancing work and school and family and church and whatever, all kinds of things that make up you. And most of all of you tend to be very busy people who are engaged with a lot of things, and you have had to overcome all manner of difficulty to get where you are. And you have a great cloud of witnesses. You've got people around you and in your life, educators, family, friends, neighbors who have believed in you and wanted to encourage you. So it's a lot to celebrate. It really is a significant time in a person's life to be recognized and to become a member of Phi Theta Kappa. It means so much that, and this is just our story, and every chapter has these stories, but for us, one of the first inductions that we had after we became a chapter, a young woman's mother drove through a blinding rainstorm all day and night to get there in time for the induction ceremony to us in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, from Houston, Texas. And she did so that she could give her daughter, Sarah, her pin that she had been given when she became a member of Phi Theta Kappa. And it wasn't very long after that she died of breast cancer. And that moment, that golden moment where she was able to make it to the ceremony in time and personally to give that pin to her daughter was a moment of handing on, passing down a legacy. And that's the word that we wanted to bring you this evening for this induction ceremony. We're talking about all your accomplishments and overcoming challenges and adversity, and that's before 2020. And it ain't over yet. So all the stuff that 2020 has brought us is just amplified and magnified all of what it's meant for you to get where you are and what you've had to do to get there. And so I want to challenge you and encourage you tonight to think of legacy, which is also related to our Honors in Action theme book for the next year. And that is the idea of what's been given to us or entrusted to us and what it is that we leave behind. And you are the kind of people who can look at all the difficulty as an opportunity. Just turn that thing inside out and flip it around backwards and look for the opportunities that are there for you to be different and for you to make a difference. And think about what it is that people who have gone before you have done to make possible for you now the opportunities that you have. Everything from the forward-thinking people who dreamed a dream and founded a college called Delgado, to the people who have really given their lives in service. Miss Kim and Miss Emily have devoted their whole lives to creating a strong, thriving chapter that has every year a regional officer. We love working with Christian this year as your representative to the Mississippi, Louisiana region. You've got a great tradition of legacy that has been laid out for you. You have had great administrators at Delgado who have had the vision to recognize how important this is. And really, you have led Louisiana, all of Louisiana, in your engagement and involvement as a chapter, and that's before you. That's before you got here, and you have been recognized in this way. So you've got a legacy that's being entrusted to you of work and dedication and sacrificial service that has gone on before you. And they, too, have overcome much adversity in order to make this possible for you. So what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do to leave something behind that makes opportunity and strengthens possibilities for others? I carry a fountain pen. I love fountain pens. And this one's a new one, but I have this one. This fountain pen is 100 years old. This is 2020. Let us never forget. But in the 1920s, my grandmother was getting her education at Ohio State University. She is one of the early generations of women who went to school, who went to university, and she became an educator, became a teacher. Look at me now. Here I am, a teacher. And I, most every day, I write with this pen. It still writes. And I write in a journal, which I hope that all of you will do. And doing that simple thing helps me to remember what she stood for, the values that she represented, what she did with her life, which is a simple and unremarkable life. No one would know her name except me and a few family members. And yet the impact that she had on me and the way that she caused me to see the world and to believe and to want to serve and to become an educator it's just changed my life, and every person that I interact with, it's having some kind of an impact on them. And she suffered and faced a great deal of adversity in her life, yet she never complained. And I don't know, this is just a symbol to me of how one person's attitude and one person's dedication to others can change not just one other person, but whole rippled out generations of people through the difference that we make in the soul of another person by being an example. So how can you do that? It's all wonderful and, very lambs and bunnies, but what can you do, actually really do on the ground? Well, it's really simple. Get involved. Get plugged in. You have a great chapter. They want your body. They want you physically present or virtually present and engaged. They want you to attend meetings. They want you to participate in the 5-Star Chapter Development Plan, which is a model for you in your professional life. You'll take on a couple of projects every year. One is a service project. One is a research project. You have the chance to be involved in undergraduate research and leave a legacy, addressing a need in your community and then trying to raise awareness about it or solve it. That's leaving a legacy. Going to meet your college administrators and serving your campus through a college service project is leaving behind a legacy that will improve the lives of students who come after you. And there are a number of other things to do in the 5-Star Plan, getting involved at the regional and national level. And your chapter does those things. So participate, get signed in, and be a part. You can be a part of the EDGE programs, which you do over the internet, that give you earn badges for career readiness and resume writing and research. There are all kinds of things like that that can help you that are with Phi Theta Kappa. And we really always want to encourage you to keep up those good grades and do well. But you'll find that by getting plugged in and engaged in your exemplary and active chapter is going to strengthen you and hold you accountable with friends who get right there with you and say, did you study? And let's get together and make a plan. And that's going to make you a better student. So don't think, oh, I've got to keep up my grades. I don't have time for these outside activities. No, it's the other way around. Those are the things that get you engaged in meaningful relationships that research says will cause you to persist in school, to overcome adversity, and to leave behind a legacy that will make a difference in the lives of others. We have 4 values. They are scholarship, leadership, service, and fellowship. And of all of them, and all the greatness that comes from them all, in learning about leadership and scholarship and becoming a better student and gaining scholarship monies, they're also possible, and through service that we all believe in. But the 4th one, fellowship, the relationships that last a lifetime, those are the ways we leave the greatest legacy of all. Signing off now. We love you. We're so glad to have you in the region. We have a great and exciting region that we want you to see you in. So take care.
Thank you, Dr. Ryan Ruckel, for your continued support towards our chapter. It is now time for new member inductions. Chancellor Littleton Stibe, chapter officers, and fellow Phi Theta Kappans and guests, I am pleased to present you these candidates for membership into our honor society. These students have fulfilled all requirements for membership and have been selected because they've chosen scholarship, leadership, service, and fellowship as their hallmarks. Therefore, I recommend their acceptance into Phi Theta Kappa's Omega Nu Chapter, International Honor Society of 2-year colleges. You are about to be inducted into a scholarly fellowship that embraces the 2-year colleges not only of Louisiana, but of this nation and the world as well. This fellowship is Phi Theta Kappa, and your chapter is Omega Nu. After induction, you will find among the members an atmosphere of fellowship, leadership, scholarship, and service to which you must give yourself to this organization so that it becomes meaningful to you. Now our officers will explain the Phi Theta Kappa symbols.
The purpose of Phi Theta Kappa shall be to recognize and encourage scholarship among 2-year college students. To achieve this purpose, Phi Theta Kappa shall provide opportunity for development of leadership and service for all to intellectual climate, for exchange of ideas and ideals, for lively fellowship for scholars, and for stimulation of interest in continuing academic excellence. Phi Theta Kappa was established by 5 Missouri 2-year college presidents on November 19, 1918, to celebrate academic success. Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society serves to recognize and encourage the academic achievement of 2-year college students. The students are provided opportunities for individual growth and development through honors, leadership, and service programming. Today, Phi Theta Kappa is the largest honor society in American higher education, with more than 3.6 million members in 1,345 chapters located in all 50 states, in Europe, and in the Middle East. Tonight, you will become members of the Omega Nu chapter. Omega Nu was established on City Park campus in 1973. We welcome you to this organization.
This is the emblem of Phi Theta Kappa. It consists of a golden slab, keyed at the top and bottom. The golden field, like the escutcheon of our coat of arms, refers to the golden opportunities that abound on every hand for members to evidence their culture and perform good works. Since gold is the most noble of metal, it shall have a further significance to our society, for it shall represent the nobility attained by those who achieve intellectual leadership. Across the slab, you will observe a black band. It represents the three ideals which band us together, and the cultural self-control, which is necessary foundation for true wisdom, aspiration, and purity. Shining through the black ensemble background are the three Greek letters, which are the initials of those three mystic Greek words, meaning wisdom, aspiration, and purity. Behind the band is a wreath, on the one side composed of oak leaves and on the other laurel. The oak leaves stand for stability and strength of character, as symbolized by the sturdy oak. The graceful curling leaves of the laurel signify achievement and success, all attributes for membership in our society. Above the band is the representation of the head of Athena, the goddess of learning. In the base appear the mystic Greek letters meaning light, the light of knowledge and learning, the common ideal for members of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. This badge stands as a symbol for the high idealism of our organization and membership in our select group.
The rose. The white rose is purity and beauty of life, with its white buds signifying intellect. The candle. The candle is a torch, which is symbolic of knowledge, which is the servant of wisdom and leads us into the midst of a path of judgment. Welcome, Ms. Kim Russell.
At this time, if you have a candle nearby, please light it and repeat the oath of Phi Theta Kappa after me, please. The oath. I do solemnly promise to uphold the standards of Phi Theta Kappa and to make this object a name foremost in my mind. And I do solemnly pledge my allegiance to my fellow members and promise to aid them in all their worldly endeavors. You may blow the torch of wisdom out. I would like to congratulate each and every one of you for becoming members of the Omega Nu chapter of Phi Theta Kappa here at Delgado Community College. You are now part of one of the most elite organizations in the Omega Nu chapter family here at Delgado Community College. Congratulations on all your achievements.
I'd like to congratulate our new PTK 2021-2022 inductees. This act and the candles themselves represent the fellowship of Phi Theta Kappa and your inspiration to your family, friends, classmates, and community. You are now examples of wisdom, perseverance, sacrifice, camaraderie, and service, shining in the darkness of ignorance and selfishness. You are duly admitted into complete fellowship of Omega Nu's Phi Theta Kappa chapter. Your official Phi Theta Kappa and certificate, as well as your pin, will arrive in the mail. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Spring 2021 Phi Theta Kappa members. Please join me in applauding their efforts and these new members of Phi Theta Kappa for their outstanding achievements. It is my honor to welcome you into Phi Theta Kappa's Honor Society and the lively fellowship of scholars that it affords. I salute you for your accomplishments, but I now must also charge you to explore ways for truth and to dedicate yourselves to the cultivation of the well-reasoned life, a prelude to service and to honor. Be the candle in the darkness. Share your light with those around you. You are the role models, you are the agents of change, and you are the leaders of tomorrow. Thank you for Chancellor Littleton Stibe for taking time to make sure that Phi Theta Kappans are supported at Delgado Community College. I'd also like to thank Dean Patrice Moore for always offering unwavering support to the Omega Nu chapter. Todd Taylor for putting on this ceremony. All the faculty and staff for helping us make this induction a success. Congratulations again for your tremendous achievements and continued success. We welcome you to Phi Theta Kappa as newly inducted members. After this video, you'll see a short list of colleges who are also going to offer additional opportunities for your success and transfer into four-year colleges. We invite you to explore those options with your family members and friends as you celebrate this evening. And now, without further ado, in a very time-honored tradition, I'd like to say, look around you, gather your friends and family, and celebrate because it's time for cake.
A celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time.